And now, one last time, we will welcome up our good friend of the show and voting advocate, Ike Holter. Hey, bud.
What's up?
When's that buddy cop movie coming out we're starring in? We're crowdsourcing. What? I'm gonna
Guys,
register.
One
I'm
second.
gonna
Can
register.
we give this up to Pat for a nice show tonight?
The show happens around me. Let me make that clear. I have nothing to do with the show itself. I just show up, put on a tie. I put on the tie and then I show up. Ike.
You would segue us.
Just ease right into it. Just seamlessly transition without really harping on it or spending any time on it at all. Just like, just easily without even noticing. You won't even notice me transition into the next bit, which is, you've told me to register to vote. I get it. I will register to vote.
Okay.
I will also vote.
Okay.
What is this third? I know it's rule of threes, but I don't know what else, that we're doing here.
Okay, sure. No. I have a question for you. Who is your Illinois senator?
Hillary Clinton, right?
Okay.
I'm voting for Clinton.
Okay. So
Right?
That's lots of people, like I said before, they say, I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote for so and so. It's not about so and so. This is not just sitting down and there's these big, 72 font times New Roman lettering. It's like there are lots of other things. They are not hard to get access to.
Oh, you mean these local races they keep talking about?
Okay,
Boy.
so there's lots of great websites and groups. You can go to one on Facebook. It's called Ballot Ready. You can click on your state and you put your address in, and it tells you all the things that are going to be on your ballot. This is bigger than the President of the United States. This is your House seats. This is your this is your state's attorney seats. And there are judges and judges and judges. There are almost 2,000 things on everyone's individual ballot to vote for. You're going to be asked to click 12 to 13 names on this. They are easy to look up, and their stuff is online. It is Googleable.
It was interesting. I was just talking to Robin Amer. She's deputy editor at The Reader.
She's so cool.
I don't know if you know her. I was just chatting with her, and she's talking about this civil forfeiture stuff, which is pretty weird. And she kept talking about these judges, and I feel like we vote for these judges. I feel like we might have something to do with that. Would you agree?
Yes. Well, yeah. This isn't Mordor. We don't just have Sauron. We vote people into fucking fruition.
At least at Mordor, there's a clear path to what you need to get.
You would not survive in Mordor.
Well, will you be my Samwise?
No. But what I will do is, I am not here to tell you who to vote for. I can't tell you who to vote for. The idea of me helping people vote is hilarious because I cannot even touch those ballots. What I do is I set up this self-serve station. I do not touch anything. It goes in a folder. We put it in the mail. I'm not interested in telling you what platform to vote for, what party to vote for, what kind of pet cause to vote for. This is all your guys' thing, but I would hate for you guys to get to the polls and have to wait this long line and then have to go to work. You guys should have the right to make up your mind on election day or before that because there's early voting. I don't care who you vote for. I want our millennial numbers up. I want people voting for anything. I don't care if you put Spot the Dog or Henry the Frog on it. We need to turn up. We need to show up. We need to show that minorities can vote and women can vote and all this other stuff. So your ignorance about a lot of things is cute, but also you can Google it. Okay, you can solve these questions really, really easily. It is not some scary, daunting thing. I think they want us to think that. That's why until very recently they had a voting deadline in Illinois that they actually this week about 48 hours ago said. We can have no deadline. People can register on the day of at their polling place. I'm telling you guys, I am telling you guys not to wait until the day of election. I know that my vote has been contested before and I've had all the proper forms. I want us to come in with voting IDs. I want us to do this legitimately. I want us to turn up and show up. So
Voting on voting days for amateurs. I mean, you can do it ahead of time.
You can come in anytime. So yes, fill out this thing. It will take you 2 minutes. Get your card in the mail, and then do your thing. I'm not stopping you. I don't give a flying fuck who you vote for as long as you fucking vote.
Spot the dog. Well, Mike Halter, everybody. Take a dab at that, and just because we're only about 40 minutes over, I'll wrap it up with the thing. Here's the thing about episode 24. Fear is tough, guys. Boy, oh boy, did I look down the barrel of some guns tonight. But Neil, if I'm not mistaken, if you think elections and civil forfeiture is scary, check out this picture of the mayor of Lincoln, Illinois, handing over the key to the city to Cobra Commander. That happened recently. So if you're afraid, he's a G.I. Joe, he's the enemy of G.I. Joe. Who is the enemy of G.I. Joe? Cobra Commander. He makes Hitler look like the Cabbage Patch Kids. And so that's a very scary thing that happened in very real life. But here's something that scared me even more. You may have heard of this pipeline they're trying to put through, North Dakota and all these other states. It actually ends in Illinois. What's it called? Yeah, me neither. Sorry? DAPL? What's it called? Dakota Access Pipeline. Yes, DAPL. They're trying to build this pipeline through Lakota land. And it's funny because 700 years ago, the Lakota prophesized the end of times would happen when a giant black snake crossed their lands. So they are very much serious about the fact that we're staring down the barrel of a gun as a civilization. And I gotta say, as Native Americans, have they had it bad enough? Honest to God. So if they're hopeful enough to keep fighting this giant black snake, it's a 700-year-old prophecy. That made me, whoa, that's weird. But the good news is that people are out there trying to fight this stuff, and that's kind of the great stuff about civil forfeiture and voting and all that. We have a part in it. I mean, I can stand up here for 2 hours and tell you that it's all very scary. But look at how many of us there are. We can do something about it. That prophecy, though, that's weird. That's scary. That's weird stuff. But you know what is very hopeful? I read recently that Cobra Commander, actual animated fictional character. So there's some hope involved with that. I would like to thank everyone who was involved helping me produce this puppy tonight, episode 24. I'd also like to thank Robin Amer of the Chicago Reader, Ike Holter. On behalf of us all here at Good Evening, including Underscore Studios, Jackalope Theater Company, stay in school, and as always, have a good evening. Also, our sponsors, The Daily Line, please check them out at thedailyline.org, and Edgeworks. I don't know if we thanked them yet, but those are our actual official sponsors. We're legit. But as the kids are hopefully saying, have a good evening.